Hi everyone, welcome to the Trust the Profits Tour de Force update number 2. So we're coming at you after the Tour de Force contest weekend number 2, where we have a group of 30 competitors competing for the final prizes to see who can predict the winners of all of the Kentucky Derby prep races. So we just got through a weekend where we had the Withers, the Sam Davis, and the San Vicente. So starting with the Withers, risk-taking.
By the way,
Yes, sir.
the world's most prestigious event ever. At this point, I think everybody can agree.
Absolutely, the inaugural event, and yet
A little
still
tongue in cheek there, but we're getting there.
we are getting there.
It is fun though. I'm having a blast with it. I hope everybody else is too. So
I am just so lit up, waiting to see what the results are after each Saturday and Sunday, and we've only gone through a few.
I've punished the people. I've had a few inquiries about where's the points at, blah blah blah. And I'm like, you'll have to tune into YouTube. I said I got to grow the channel somehow, right? So
exactly. So who won the Withers?
Talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about the Withers first. Right?
From a Trust the Profits perspective, we had Donegal Bay, Capo Cane, and Risk Taking, I believe, is our top three. The final was Risk Taking, Overtook, and Capo Cane. Or Capo
I think
Cane,
Overtook shook up the results quite a bit. That was a 6-horse. Kind of broke up a lot of exotics, or a lot of exacta and trifectas and supers for that matter. A lot of people pushed a lot of money on the other two.
Donegal Bay. Yeah, Donegal Bay, Capo Cane. Yeah, I had Donegal Bay. I didn't like this race at all, to be honest with you. I
couldn't figure it out either. That was the hardest race by far of all 5 of the rounds so far.
Exactly.
To me.
Going to Tampa Bay, we had the Davis, which resulted in Candyman Rocket, which was morning line 10-1. We talked about it on a previous podcast. How the hell was that a 10-1 morning line?
Made no sense to anybody. Go ahead.
Yeah. Nova Rags was number 2, and Hidden Stash, the one horse, came in 3rd in that race. If you hit this one, it was a really solid one. The trifecta on that was over 100. Hidden Stash threw a lot of people, I think, but also Nova Rags in the place actually paid out pretty well too. Just a really well balanced race.
Yeah, that was. If you played the profits picks on that, spoiler alert, you're probably amongst the leaders this week on the Tour de Force in general. Which I would say there's probably out of the 30, I'd say about a third of the people follow our premium picks, and those people stood out on that day for sure. On that day, I say that like there wasn't all 3 of these on the same day, but at the Davis.
And spoiler alert, people are doing really well in our contest, which we're about to talk about in a second.
Nuts. It's actually crazy.
And then the big race of the day, only 5 horses, which was disappointing, but the best horses of the day, at least in my opinion, and probably in most people's opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
The 2 Baffert twins, Concert Tour and Freedom Fighter, Chosen Vron. It was really between those 3 the whole time. But to no one's surprise, Concert Tour was the cream of the crop there. I think most people had him as number 1. Maybe some people were leaning on Freedom Fighter. Maybe a few people were hoping Chosen Vron would upset. But that's your result there.
Concert Tour was the highest profile play all day. All 3 races easily,
without a doubt. Definitely the highest one on my list.
And at the end of the day, lived up to that too. Obviously there was 3 winners. We can get into, the quality of the races and everything else, and the balance of power out of those 3 races as much as you want. But at the end of the day, I think Concert Tour showed the most impressive.
Yeah. So let's start counting through the top 10. Right, we've got 30 competitors here, but only one top 10. Starting at number 10, we got K Falk 19 at $590. Let me just say, we all have an imaginary $100 we are betting with each of these races. So already in the top 10, the last person is already 90 above the spend, which shows you the strength of the competition we have so far after 5 races. It's impressive. You go down to, I think, 13, and those are the people who are the top 13 are all above
water.
Spend. Yeah,
it's pretty impressive. Like you said, it's a mythical $100. So a lot of people are going to blow it and try to hit a lottery.
Yeah,
which is expected in a contest like this because it only takes a couple of those to get a big lead. So there's a lot of guys at the bottom, a lot of guys and women at the bottom of this contest that haven't hit anything yet, or maybe just minors.
Yeah.
But it's only going to take one monster hit to get right back into the mix.
Yeah.
But yeah, over half the field is or about half the field is positive ROI right now, which is pretty.
Yeah. Very impressive. So yeah, K Folk 19, you're in 10th place, but not in bad company. That is for certain. Very balanced in terms of how well he's done. Had a really huge Robert Lewis a week back. Still living on that, but also had a really good week too.
Yep.
Number 9, easily the best looking guy in the competition, the Formula. Just a shade under 600. Why can't I get 70 more cents in my bank account here to get that even 6?
It's a nice balanced attack. You got out of the 5 races, you've scored pretty decent in 4. Haven't hit anything big, but held your own all the way through.
Yeah, the Withers is my.
Because a lot of people have feast or famine races so far. The Formula sitting in 9th, pretty balanced. But even more balanced than that is the 8th place competitor, who we have in 8th.
Vinny Blonde from the RDP. Vinny Blonde at 617. You're correct on what you said. Very balanced. His lowest race, he's cashing out 83, which means that 83% intake of what he spent is his low, but he peaks out at 190. So congratulations, solid. Vinny Blonde, 8th place, but really good.
7th, we have quite the opposite. And that's El Hombre number 2. I've got two entries in this thing, and my second entry went insane, like I mentioned earlier. If you follow the Profits premium picks, you did well in the Sam Davis. Your boy, El Hombre 2, just went in for a $452 cash at the Davis.
Yeah.
And then answered back with the $178 at San Vicente for a total of $630.10. Good enough for 7th now for my second entry. Unfortunate that I couldn't get any higher than that with my second, because my first we all know is way higher, but go ahead.
I think El Hombre 2 needs to be nicknamed the Schwarbino, because like Kyle Schwarber, you were just going either yard or you are just striking out left, right, and center.
That's why I did 2 entries. One's gonna be the smart plays, and one's gonna be Schwarber.
Fun times, man. Fun times.
What about 6? Who do we have?
6. We got ourselves a grammar person here. Significant Nicky Sam at 648 or 645. Sorry, so just 15 above El Hombre 2. Another balanced attack.
Look at the balanced attack first week. Yeah. Not much to say for first week. Second week, hit all 3 races for way above water. Biggest hit was the Withers.
Yeah, that was a strong hit on
Withers for 290, and that was like I said, that was the race I found the hardest. So
yeah. Significant Nicky Sam. You knew something about the Withers that I certainly didn't.
Exactly, me too.
Number 5, Announcer Pete Aiello, at 755, a big jump up from number 6, so like $100 above. We're getting into a second tier here. Announcer Pete had a really strong week, including at the Sam Davis. A lot of people did well at the Sam Davis. Looked like a lot of people were following the Profits picks, as we say.
Yeah, Pete jumped up all the way from mid-pack to 5th now, 755.80. His big hit was the Davis, $393 in that race alone.
Yeah, but even the Withers, 237. That is a nice payout on the Withers.
Yeah, he went in, man. So there was a lot of movement. Like we said, this is only 5 out of 25, so there's a long way to go. So don't count yourself out if you're in the bottom half here.
Right.
What we got? 4th place, Crime Pays 503. Go ahead.
503, Crime Pays 766.21. So, I mean, at this point, right, Announcer Pete, Crime Pays, you got a 50% return on investment here on both these guys. Had a really strong Sam Davis.
And attack again.
Yeah, balanced attack again. Race. Making something every race. Exactly. Getting some sort of payout. And then at 3rd place, probably
Dustin Dillon.
Big climber.
Sucked in week 1.
$24.
Dustin, I apologize to you, man. We don't know each other personally at all. Bad in week 1. Second week, the guy.
Yeah.
And he went Withers for 237 at the Withers, 372 at the Davis. Backed it in with a 160 on the Vicente, the Vicente was a hard race to make money on. Even if I pushed all in on Concert Tour for the win $100 and returned 140. So I mean, you weren't going to make a lot of money. There wasn't a lot of ways to make a lot of money on that race. So
Squeezing
Dustin
water out of
Dillon,
a rock. Yeah,
Dustin
Dillon.
Dillon, hashtag man's gamed the shit out of week 2. So congrats for that. He's all the way up to third with $793.
Yeah, raking in the chips.
Second place, I'll give you the honor. This is
Second place.
This is an honor for you.
Yeah. So the only other person better looking than me in this competition here, El Hombre won. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. El Hombre won. We announced you as the top scorer last week, so that means you are no longer on the pedestal.
Yeah, airballed the Withers. I airballed the Withers.
Airballed the Withers, as did I.
You can't have a 0. If you want to be winning this thing, you probably can't afford an airball. Maybe you can. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who's leading and why, and if they did too. But I had an airball, and then like I said with the Vicente, I jammed on Concert Tour, all $100 to win, and returned 140. Maybe expected a little more than that, but what are you gonna do? That was a tough race.
Yeah.
The Withers, I couldn't make sense of at all.
So here's the thing.
Both of my entries scored 0s on the Withers. Go ahead.
Yeah. The Withers was tough for both of us. You did well overall, so you're at 802.
I'm happy to be in second. I'm in the game at 802.
60% ROI. I mean, who can spit at that, right? I mean,
El Hombre 2's in the mix now too, so I got
El Hombre 2 in the mix.
Got some chances now.
But
who's leading this thing? What happened? What happened? Why is El Hombre not leading it?
So who's left though, right? I mean, we got Vinny Blonde 2 from RDP. We got Nick from RDP. So these are guys who know what they're talking about. Dan Agostino,
producer, the rookie up here, checking in. Agostino, flypaper, scoring big.
Joey Summers, he could have made it in, but did he? Did Brent T make it in?
No.
Penny Pete?
No, it's none of them.
No, it's none of them.
Who is
Cue up Peggy Ponch. Let's see Peggy Olson from Mad Men strutting through like she owns the place, cigarette dangling. Peggy Ponch, who I heard is working with Alvin Cigarette on this one, scored.
I don't know what's going on there.
Huge at the Sam Davis. So when I heard that she jumped up to the top after not even scoring 100 in total last week out of a 200 spend, looked into it, put together a $12 bet on a trifecta that hit at the Sam Davis. So multiplying out.
Full disclosure, Peggy Ponch is a longtime premium member of the Profits. So thank you for the business, and it paid off for her here with the Davis.
Yeah,
she hit a $2 try on that piece, $716.
She also had the
one
exact
round, which is that hit on its own was good enough for 6th place. And then she backed into $52 at San Vicente. She also got wrecked at the Withers.
Followed us on the Withers. Yeah.
So looks like 85% of her money all came in the Sam Davis. So what does that tell you? That tells you that you could just be patient if you're far behind at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It only takes one hit like that, because she went from without that race, she's in the bottom 5 total.
Absolutely.
But Peggy, nice work. Congrats. You're leading the thing after 5. Heading into another weekend where, if you consider Monday part of the weekend, another 3 races. So,
and full disclosure, you said that we did not give her the trifecta on that, so she had the one in herself. We had another versus the trifecta, but we had the top 2 in order.
She made that call. You're right. That's all in. That's funny to look at her results, because she's got $74, $8, and then a zero bomb in the Withers, 716 all at once.
Yeah,
52 on the San Vicente. I don't know. Maybe must have had a minor bet that hit there, but it just shows you, man. Somebody's going to hit $1,000 piece in one of these rounds, and
it's coming. It's early, and that's
there's a lot of guys. I got news for you, because I'm dealing with the bets coming in. There's a lot of guys taking shots, and it's just a matter of time before somebody connects one of them and wrecks the rest of the field all at once. So it's going to be fun.
We're all going to be looking up at a new champion. So let's go through this. Who had the top score at the Withers?
The Withers, to me, it looks like Penny Pete had a 324 piece. Good enough to bounce him up from the bottom of the barrel to 20th there, but he didn't do well at the Davis or Vicente to keep him out of the top 10. Who else?
The Withers was 90% of what he's made so far.
Significant Nicky Sam had a 290 piece in that race. Also did well. So did
KK Knoll 5.
Yeah.
So going on,
the toughest race was that one for sure.
yeah. I know the Sam Davis. There's probably a lot of people listening to hear if they were the best at the Sam Davis, because you got El Hombre 2 at 452. Obviously, Announcer Pete,
Ponch.
393.
P. Ponch at the 7:16.2 mark. Nobody was going to beat that. There was a lot of guys
with 400, but I mean 7:16 and 20
right. Dustin hit for 372. Announcer Pete 393. Myself for 452 on my second entry.
And all of them not good enough. Way off.
Fly P brought himself into the conversation with a 400.
Man. So. Yeah.
San Vicente, the last one, our top score was we had $450. Dan Agostino. And I don't have the bet he made out in front of me, but to make that much, it had to have been a superfecta.
And that is literally 98%.
Actually, that was only a 5-horse race, so no.
Yeah.
Must have been $100 trifecta or something. I can't remember. I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah, he probably bet it straight or something like that.
I think it was probably a $50 try straight or something like that. But
I can tell you right now that
he owned that race, man. Dan Agostino, congrats, because that pulled you back in, because the guy had nothing before that essentially.
I think he hit an exacta, because the exacta paid $450, so he probably did a straight exacta with everything.
$100. That's exactly what it was.
Exactly. Yeah.
$100 straight exacta if you got balls for you.
And looking back, it makes total sense. But to push all in on those two horses makes sense. But that's all.
Yeah,
of it,
yeah,
right?
but you miss.
If Chosen Braun,
that's a ballsy move. $100 straight exact is a ballsy move. Nice work. Can't wait for the next three. We'll come back next week and do the same thing. Run it back for you.
You got it, man.
Anything else to close out?
That is it. Looking forward to the next.
What are the three races? Let's close out with what are the three races coming up this weekend? You got that in front of you? I know one of them is. I know two of them are big.
Oh, yeah.
The Risen Star I know is on Saturday.
Yeah. The one at Golden Gate is escaping me. Sorry. Yeah, the one at Golden Gate. Yeah, Risen Star. If you look at
Golden Gate.
The Risen Star's got Senor Buscador.
San Real or El Camino Real. Sorry.
El Camino Real. Thank you. Yes, the Senor Buscador, Midnight Bourbon, Mandaloon Proxy. So that's going to be a big one, right? There's a whole bunch of horses in there that we could be seeing on Derby Day.
For sure.
At Golden Gate, the only one that I know of right now is Big Fish, which is part of the whole Mr. Big family.
Yeah. Big Fish could be for real. He probably should win that race.
Probably should win that race. Not on my top 25 right now, so that tells you about the level of that race. But let's see who else gets entered. Southwest on Monday in Oak Lawn. That's going to be
monster in that thing.
Whew. Essential Quality, Jackie's Warrior, Keep Me in Mind. I mean, that is going to be a hell of a race, and whoever comes out of that is probably going to be one or two. Yeah, you're going to get one.
Life is good. But
what if Keep Me in Mind comes in first in that race? Holy cow. Can you imagine?
Depends if it's a sound victory, man. That's your number one to me.
That is your number one. Whoever can beat Jackie.
Who's the jockey on that thing? Our boy David Cohen coming back in for another interview soon, by the way. So
saw him strutting on that thing earlier today.
Yeah, we'll be having him in soon again. So
absolutely,
thanks everybody for checking it out. Everybody, by the way, I'm loosely planning a fall version of this to lead up to the Breeders' Cup of the Tour de Force Season 2. If there's enough interest, tell your friends and everything, and we'll try to make this bigger, because I'd like it to be a $50 buy-in next time so that we can have weekly payouts and such, so there's not just all in on the final, so that way you can at least try to win your money back or something weekly. But
yeah,
anyhow,
I know about 30 people who are probably in on that, so there you go.
Yeah, I've had nothing but positive feedback, so if you have any issues or problems with the way it's running, give me a shout, email or instant message or something, and let me know, because I want to make sure everybody's enjoying it, because it's been fun to me. Yeah,
me too, man.
It's a lot of work for us, but we're making it a little easier each time, so let's keep it going. All right, that's it, man. Peace out, you guys. Good luck this weekend on another 3 rounds. Late.
Trust the prophets.